This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Right now at 4, we are in storm alert ahead of potentially strong storms tonight. It's a tale of two cities right now. On the left, a live look at Independence, Missouri, where storms are rolling through right now. And on the right, downtown St. Louis, heat and humidity have taken over. That combination expected to trigger thunderstorms tonight. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. Those storms are expected to hit the bi-state this evening, bringing destructive winds and hail. Weather First Chief Meteorologist Scott Cano is tracking that severe weather. He joins us now with a first look at the forecast.
You know, it is going to be an active evening, at least for an hour or two. We're really going to have to be on alert this evening. So let's get into it, tell you exactly what we're looking at here as we head through this Tuesday evening and into the overnight hours. The good news is it should be moving out a little sooner than perhaps we originally thought. What we're talking about, strong to severe thunderstorms this evening. The timing on that from 7 p.m. in our western and northwestern counties until 2 a.m. east and southeast of St. Louis. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, hail, and a tornado risk. They're all among the threats. What you can do right now, prepare, charge your cell phones, have 2 or more ways to receive those weather warnings this evening because they will come. And some of them could be tornado warnings, especially northwest of St. Louis. Right now, your line of thunderstorms developing through the Kansas City area. Tornado watches in effect for western Missouri, also up into Iowa. Some of the storms in Iowa now approaching Des Moines are very serious and intense storms. We're not expecting those to be as intense here, but we will still have some pretty intense thunderstorms rolling in. Here we go in towards 7 o'clock tonight, towards 8, 9 o'clock. That line's trying to push into St. Louis. With it, some gusty winds. And wind damage may be more of a common event than, say, hail or even an isolated tornado. That damaging winds could cause some more widespread power outages if, in fact, they materialize. That's what we're tracking this evening. No imminent threat in St. Louis, but it's coming after 7 o'clock tonight.
All right, Scott, you better believe we're staying on top of this storm threat for you. Look for updates on air, online at ksdk.com, and on the 5 on Your Side app. We're also streaming on 5+. You can also text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send the latest forecast to your phone. After spending the last 3 decades in prison for a murder he says he didn't commit, a St. Louis man was back in court today.
This after St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore filed a motion earlier this year to vacate the conviction of Christopher Dunn. 5 on Your Side's Holden Kerwicki was in the courtroom throughout the day. Holden is live for us. What evidence was presented, Holden?
Well, Kay, Brent, much of the testimony today focused around 2 witnesses who actually put Dunn at the scene of the 1990 shooting of Rico Rogers. Both have since recanted that testimony, which led to today's hearing, but it's still unclear which version of events is actually true. The shooting occurred May 18th of 1990 when 3 teens say a gunman stepped out from between 2 houses and opened fire on them while sitting on a porch along Labadie Avenue in North St. Louis, killing 15-year-old Rico Rogers. DeMaurice Stepp and Michael Davis initially said they saw Dunn firing towards them. However, Stepp's former cellmate testified the then 14-year-old only gave that version of events because prosecutors offered to drop pending charges against him. Multiple witnesses said the crime was pinned on Dunn because they were in rival gangs.
The only witnesses who implicate Christopher Dunn are proven liars, unworthy of belief. No physical evidence links Christopher Dunn. Instead, he was convicted solely on the basis of recanted testimony.
Now this court is being asked to disturb that jury verdict and set a convicted murderer free based on evidence that cannot meet the circuit attorney's burden of clear and convincing evidence of actual innocence.
This hearing is expected to last until Thursday. Coming up at 6, hear why multiple witnesses believe that someone close to the victim's family could have actually been the gunman. Reporting live in downtown St. Louis, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on Your Side.
All right, thank you, Holden. Right now, St. Louis County Police are asking for the public's help in their investigation into a slideshow in North County. Police are looking for anyone who witnessed the pop-up car show on New Hulls Ferry Road Saturday night to contact them. Investigators say potential assaults and other criminal activity took place near the Auto Spa Speedy Wash from 9 to 11 that night, including a county police officer being hit by a car. If you have any information, call St. Louis County Police or Crime Stoppers anonymously at 866-371-TIPS.
More than a dozen garbage collectors in St. Louis called out sick today. This a day after 18 workers called out yesterday. And just hours ago, city leaders met with the union that represents city trash collectors. The city is calling it a, quote, unauthorized work stoppage and claims the union did not know it was happening. We stopped by City Hall, where one alderwoman says she's now pushing to fully fund the refuse department.
Look, the point of city government is very simple. Picking up the trash, doing the basics is a key component to keeping residents, something that the city is right now not doing a very good job of.
It's not clear if those workers will be back on the job tomorrow. The city says you should leave your trash on the curbside until it's picked up. Just hours ago, testimony wrapping up in former President Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial in New York.
The defense rested after calling just 2 witnesses, which did not include Trump. Julia Benbrook reports on today's courtroom developments.
After 20 days, both sides have now finished calling witnesses in former President Donald Trump's first criminal trial.
I have no choice. It's not that I like doing this, sitting in an icebox all day for 7, 8, 9 hours.
With another group of allies in the background Tuesday morning, Trump once again slammed the merits of the New York case and the judge presiding over it.
We've won the case by any standard. Any other judge who would have thrown this case out. Any other judge would have thrown this case out.
His defense team called just 2 witnesses, a paralegal for one of Trump's attorneys and Robert Costello, a lawyer connected with key prosecution witness Michael Cohen. During his testimony, Costello butted heads with Judge Juan Merchan. The judge threatened to remove him from the stand after he audibly complained when Merchan sustained objections to the questions he was being asked.
Look, if I was prepping Costello, I would say, like, don't do the whole fight the judge thing. That's not going to help us. But at the end of the day, the substance of the testimony is still very damaging if believed. And if you don't believe it, then you're still right back to Cohen's credibility as a whole, which is irredeemable.
Trump is charged with 34 counts of falsifying business records to cover up reimbursement for a $130,000 payment made to adult film star Stormy Daniels to keep her from going public about an alleged affair with Trump. The former president has denied the affair and pleaded not guilty to the charges. Despite repeatedly saying he would be willing to testify in his own defense, Trump did not take the stand. Closing arguments are expected to take place next Tuesday. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
Well, whether you travel by car, bike, foot, or even public transit, St. Louis leaders want to make it safer to get around. The mayor's new plan to take action.
The Urban League celebrating the grand opening of its new senior living facility in Delwood, how it's helping Golden Agers and revitalizing the community 10 years after the unrest in Ferguson.
We've got gorgeous art, we've got people expressing themselves, and they've elevated Grafton.
Meet the Marine Corps veteran whose art gallery helps heal and honor those who serve.